Hi everybody, this is Tanya from Chef T's Garden. I'm going to do August tour and I'm going to start inside the house because it's a little rainy outside, so I'm going to start in my bedroom. Okay, these are my new plant babies. There was a market in our area with local vendors, and one of the ladies had some plants, so of course I couldn't help myself. So I'm going to start with this one. This is she said it was some sort of aloe plant. And let's see if I can zoom in a bit. I did a cleaning with some insecticidal soap, Castile soap, and what else was in there? Distilled water, and it was one more thing and I can't remember. Oh, neem oil. And I use that to clean the leaves on both of these. It's also what I use to clean my other plants that I'll show in a minute. But that one's this one, and this is the other new plant baby. It's got like little, let me see if I can figure out how to zoom in. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Not really sure what kind of plant that is, but if you can see, it's got little, these are little babies growing off the side, and she said that that's where all of those, they drop down and root itself into the soil and created that. So while I'm letting them acclimate to being here maybe another week or so, I found some pots that'll go with the decor in the room that I'm going to add these to. Now we'll go into the dining room. This is what I bought myself for my 50th birthday. It's a 2-tower, I believe it's called Dryades hydroponic system. I've decided I'm going to use this specifically just for lettuce and greens. I started this on August the 8th, so I got it about 10 days before my actual birthday and started this up. I would open this up, but the light's gonna kind of mess up, and I don't want to mess up the timer, but I've got several different kinds of lettuces in here, some bok choy, I've got celery down on the bottom, and the only thing that I'm having trouble with is spinach, and I tried direct seeding them into the little pods and absolutely none of them have come up. And even when I tried on my other hydroponics, I was only able to get 2 seeds to sprout. They lasted a couple of days and died off. I did see a trick that someone else did, a couple different people did anyway, by using hydrogen peroxide and water and putting them in a paper towel. So I'm going to try to get some to sprout that way and then transplant them into some into the pods and then some into soil to see if I can get some spinach growing, because I would like some spinach also. But that is my hydroponics on this side. All right, over here we've got Lily and Jane. Jane has some brassicas in it that I wanted to try to see if I can get them to grow in there. I've also got another celery. This one is going to go outside in the elevated raised bed. I've also got some yarrow in here. And that's what all is in Lily. We've got Green Acres cabbage, Green Magic, broccoli, Romesco Santana broccoli, snowflower, cauliflower, and mammoth rock red cabbage in this one. And Lily has some marigolds that I'm going to put with some of the tomato plants outside. So that's what this one is. And then I've got another orange hat that is I'm going to transplant into my Vego leafy green, and I'll show that one to you in a moment. And on the top up here, I've got the Vego, this is a herb planter, but that's not what I have in here. let me turn this light a little bit so you can see. I've got a quick snack cucumber on this side. This one was grown in soil. This one was grown hydroponics. And over here I've left this space because I'm going to be transplanting in a sweet pea, a dwarf sweet pea plant, which the seed should get here on Saturday. So I'm going to germinate that, get it a little bigger, and then add it to that. And then there's my little fan clip to this to keep that one going. My worm tower is a mess over here on this countertop, but they're still going. I'm not going to open that up, but they're still in there and still alive. And I'm going to move over to over there. My spider plant is still doing pretty well. I just cleaned the leaves on this yesterday. Over here, I've still got some coleus down here. This one is the rose coleus, and this one is the chocolate green coleus. Over here, I just cleaned the leaves on these yesterday. They're looking all pretty and shiny. I've got some new flowers that just popped up on this one, and I still have not found what the name of this is. It starts with an A, I believe. I need to look at it so I can tag this plant. And this one is my money plant, and that one's still looking pretty good too. I have new leaves on here too. It's a lot fuller than it was when I first got it. This is my new addition. This is a Vigo, what's it called? Grow tower or something like that? Grow stand, that's what it is. I only bought the one with one shelf. It comes with one shelf and one light, but I had another light, so I'm using the light from my Vigo leafy green on here, and then I just put a board temporarily for this and a box underneath it so it could be close. This one, I've got, what do I have in here? I've got some snapdragons in here. I want to see if I can get out before for fall. I've got some Clancy potatoes popping up. Some white sage in the back. Purple coneflower, echinacea here. I'm trying to grow some valerian, which not doing too well. On the back over here, I've got some more Georgia Southern collards, golden acre cabbage. There's another Karobi in here. This is more Romesco Santana broccoli. I've started some seeds for some Catskill Brussels sprouts right here. I've got some more common yarrow there, and then I just started some seeds for, I wanted to try, see if I can get one Mongolian giant sunflower to grow. And to start it inside because they don't seem to do very well in the flower bed if I start those from seed there. I've got some Johnny Jump Ups I just started, some calendula. This one is Twister cauliflower, and I've got some culantro in this one. Now we're going to go over to this hot mess over here. Now, let me see. I'm going to have to turn the lights down so you can actually see what's going on. Hold on just a moment. Okay, we'll start over here. I've got some tender green mustards in the back, some more Long Island Brussels sprouts, Mammoth Red Rock cabbage all the way down there, some more Long Island Brussels sprouts. Those are more of the Clancy potatoes. Green Magic broccoli all through there. This whole row right here is Georgia Southern collards for my mother. I just started some comfrey the other day. Hopefully I can get this to sprout. Purple Vienna kohlrabi, More Jones collard. What is this one? It's backwards. This one is the Waltham 29 broccoli. Let me put it on that side. Down on the next row, this whole row is for my neighbor to take to her church's community garden. So these are all my extra sprouts, and I potted these in little pots for her to take. Hopefully she'll come get them either today or tomorrow so I can have this space. Over here I've got I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's an ornamental oregano. I've got one that popped up, and when that grows, I'll obviously show what that one looks like. This one is a perennial, so even if I don't get anything pretty for the fall, at least spring it should pop up. Got some more of the Waltham 29 broccoli, another Georgia sort, the southern collard. I've got one red giant mustard back here. You can see it right there. This is my red giant mustard. This is the white kohlrabi. Over here is all seasons cabbage and snowball white cauliflower over there. I started my onions. These are the this is American flag leek in here. And this one is the Texas Grand onion and Unzen early onion. I had to replant the red burgundy onion, so I just planted those. Hopefully I'll get some traction on those. An extra coleus that I'm propagating, I'm going to put on the front porch. And these are succulents back there that I'm propagating. Next shelf is my Vigo leafy green planter. I just transplanted the Tiny Tim tomato into here. The orange hat is going to go here in the middle, and I'm debating on whether or not I want to try a dwarf compact variety pepper in here. Right here I've got more succulents that I'm propagating. I've got lemon balm. I think I'm going to split this because that's a lot in one pot, so I think I'm going to split this one and try to separate it out so I can get more. I've got a half-dead basil back there. That one was grown in hydroponics, and this is some basil that I used it was like a seed disc that I got from Haas, from the garden club. This is cilantro used from the seed disc I got from the garden club, and only like 6 sprouted up. I've got another little baby right there. I'm hoping more will come out because it should kind of resemble what this is because it's seeds around the whole disc, but we'll just have to wait and see. That is cilantro that's about half dead, also grown in hydroponics. So that is my hot mess of a setup in the house, and so this is going to be like a part 1. I will do a part 2 and maybe 3 and split the garden into 3 parts. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.